Deanna Dobslov, and EXP commercial agent Gabriel Lozada.
Gabriel and I are thrilled to be here today to present the next panel about a topic that is near and dear to both of us, and that topic is customer centricity. The reason this topic is so important to me is because as chairman of the EXP Military Network, the majority of my business focuses on military families. Customer centricity is vital when working with the military clients due to their unique circumstances, such as frequent relocations and limited time of house hunting. Providing personalized assistance and guiding them through the most complex financial aspects of their transaction helps us ensure a smooth and supportive transition for all of our military families. Gabriel, what about you?
Those are some great points, Deanna. For me, putting the customer first is my #1 priority. As a commercial agent, I'm always going to bat for my clients, working hard to get them the best deal possible. That's why I'm so excited for this next panel, hearing from all of these diverse agents about how they put their customers first will allow all of us to implement some great tips into our own business.
I couldn't have said it better, Gabriel. What do you say that we get this panel started? Please join me in welcoming our moderator and Senior Vice President of Agent Development, Curtis Dixon.
Along with EXP Realty agents Nolly Williams, Shannon Mulligan, Kunal Seth, and Dylan Nonaka.
Woo!
What's up,
All right.
family?
You feeling excited? All right. So here's what we're going to do. First of all, thank you to Gabriel, to Deanna, to everybody, to all of you for hanging in. Welcome to day 2. Glad you guys are here. We're going to need an interactive crowd, right? We want to be customer-centric panel as we hang out with this audience today. So here's what we're going to do. I've asked all of my panelists to keep their first couple answers really short and sweet. But what I need you to do to give us feedback is when you hear something exciting to you, you're like, I want to go deeper there. I want to know more on that subject. I need you to make some noise, all right? So let's practice real quick. Pretend Nolly just said something amazing. Make some noise. All right, well, all of our panelists are amazing, and I want to give you a chance to do more than just satisfy this audience. I want you to share with us, Nolly, you go first. Tell us how you treat your customers and clients in a remarkable way that goes beyond just satisfaction.
The big thing that I do for my customers and clients is I stay in touch with them. That's really what's going to make them realize and believe and know that you have them at the heart of your business. And that's what customer centricity is.
What's above and beyond what agents might think of as staying in touch? How do you do that?
I do it 18 touch.
18 touch.
18 touch. And so that's 2 e-newsletters, 2 phone calls, and 4 postcards a year. It's a system that I teach and train on.
18 touch.
18 touch.
All right. Thank you, Nolly. I love it. Shannon, what do you do or how do you approach your customers or clients in a way that goes above and beyond satisfaction?
Well, my philosophy is a servant heart leadership with a golden rule action.
Woo.
So I try to be the person that I would want to have representing me and really doing unto others.
Yeah.
I love it. And I know there's a way you're going to take us a little deeper there here in just a minute. So servant heart mentality with the golden rule action. I love it. Dylan, give us something remarkable about how you approach your customers and clients.
What we've been really focused on, especially in this shifting market, is trying to anticipate and serve clients before they even know they need it. And a couple of ways that we do that is one, I serve an island, right? And so people think it's small, but really it's 4 hours round trip. And we have the ability, because we have a team, to show a property within 45 minutes of really anywhere on the island. And so we try and provide that like one-click Amazon service that people expect that they need.
Wow.
And another real tactical thing, you guys, that we've been doing recently, which is huge, is unsolicited video tours. And so when we look in our KV core and we see somebody is clicking around and they will look at the same property 3 times, we'll call them and email them and text them. But if they don't respond, we just go out there, get a video tour, send them that video tour and say, hey, I saw you were looking at this property. Here's my take on it. Here's some highlights. 100% conversion rate, right? I mean, they're absolutely going to respond to you if you do that.
I bet that blows you away.
Yeah.
Woo! Amazon level service. I love it. Kunal, talk to us about what you do in a remarkable fashion that goes above and beyond for your customers and clients.
So for me, it starts off with first identifying who your customer is. And everything I do, I have a top-down approach, which is, for me, my first customer is the real estate industry. Then comes the state of Texas, where I live in. Then my local MLS of HAR. And then comes the final buyer and seller. I truly believe if I can add value to the industry at a top level, customer, whether it's buyer, seller, investor, they'll come to me. So on an ongoing basis, my mission in life is to add value to the industry and the market, and then the customer centricity goes to the next level.
I love it. I love it. And so hopefully for all of you in the audience here, what I want everybody thinking about as you guys are sharing your strategies and tips, I want you thinking about what Glenn and Fred and Patrick just talked about, because at the highest level, thinking about the customers and focusing on them first is what's going to transition your business to the place where you want it to be. So Dylan, it sounded like everybody was pretty excited about the Amazon level service and approach. Take us a little deeper, give us a little more tactically how you approach wowing those customers.
You know, another thing that's been working really well is video CMAs. So if we get a seller inquiry, you know, we all run those leads where they do they want a property report, a property valuation report, and you can let the system send them an automated report that everybody else is going to do, or you can shoot a quick video and explain to them and tell them the why and the what and give them some of your opinion. And that's another way to really, on a seller side, convert at a high level, because you're sending them something that feels very personalized. You took the time out of your day to do that, and they see you as a real person, not just some bot sending them a property valuation that anybody can do.
Yeah. Make some noise if you're going to take that away and take it with you. Video CMAs, unprompted video tours. I absolutely love it, and I know that would wow people and blow them away. Shannon, I know you have a specific approach for how you wow your customers and clients throughout the entire journey. Take us a little bit into what you do.
So for example, if you were a buyer, I set the appointment with you, I send a handwritten note, and I know that's not very novel, but nobody's doing it.
That's right.
And then I meet you for the first tour, and I take this gift bag that has water and beef jerky and protein bars and some candy, and I put in there a score bar, and I write in there, can't wait to score you a house. And it just sets a different tone when you meet somebody and you give them a gift. It immediately puts them at ease. Then I get you under contract, and I have a local bakery send these cookies that say, isn't it sweet, you're now under contract. Then we get through inspections and an appraisal, and I go to Amazon, and I buy this packing gun tape, because even if you have movers, you're still packing up a few things of your own. And in there, you can put a little gift card through Amazon, and it says, congrats on getting through appraisal and inspections, it's time to get packing. And then finally, when you close, it's a really stressful time. So I send pizza through Papa John's, because you can order up to 21 days ahead. So at the final walkthrough, I ask you what day you're moving in, what time you would like pizza, how many pies you want, what soda you want. I go to the app, I order it for that day, I pay for the tip, I take a screenshot, text it to them and say, here's your confirmation code.
Wow.
And it just creates an experience that they, when they're at a party, they say, oh, you're looking to buy a house? Let me tell you why you need to use our agent.
How many of you would want to buy and sell with Shannon?
Yeah, that's good.
That's beautiful. So I heard a couple things here, Nolly. I heard, you know, some of our pros obsessing over the process and the experience, right? And then I also heard some simplification, right? Imagine being that consumer and you get the packing tape and you get the boxes and the pizza shows up. Just makes life simpler.
Absolutely.
So Nolly, what do you obsess over, or how do you approach simplifying your customers' lives?
You know, the interesting thing for me, Curtis, is that my customers actually changed. And to Kunal's point, your customer can change over time. When I got into real estate, I took over 1,000 listings my first 10 years in the business.
Wow.
But what I found was that I really like to teach and train and coach. And so in 2014, I made a sharp turn and got into training and coaching. So really my customer now is my family, my EXP family, my real estate agents out there. And so what I'm doing is doing a lot of social media. I'm training. See, here's what sales is, and you guys already know this, but sales is finding out what people need or what they want and making it easy for them to get it. And so that's all I do. I get out there and I teach as much as I can. I pay it forward and I share my best ideas. And so that's really kind of been the bent of my, and you know, Ricky Caruso said it earlier, if you're not on social media right now, why aren't you? I was at an event just like this in 2009. A guy called me up. He said, Nolly Williams. And, you know, they all knew me in town because I was a big producer. He said, man, why aren't you on YouTube? And it was a big thing about social media, YouTube. And I was very embarrassed, and I made all the excuses of why I wasn't on YouTube, whatever. But that night, I determined that I was going to start, and it was very scary. It was very scary. But now I'm there all the time, sharing everything I can so that our agents become as successful as possible.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to be brave enough to simplify the lives of your customers by taking the big step like Nolly took.
Social media, baby. YouTube. Let's do it.
So, Kunal, I was walking through the halls yesterday, and we were preparing for today's keynote speaker and our fireside chat with Glenn, talking about the Net Promoter System. And I think that the average small business owner may not have been as exposed to that Net Promoter System as, say, a visionary entrepreneur like Glenn, right? But Glenn's telling us it's important. EXP's been built on that premise. And today I heard Fred Reichel talk about, he wanted to name the Net Promoter System actually Net Lives Enriched, because he knows that when you enrich the lives of others, everything else takes care of itself. So Kunal, I know you enrich so many lives across your community and really across the globe. Talk to us about your philosophy there with enriching lives and that vision of once you see who your customer is, how you make their life better.
Absolutely. So for me, it's not about prospecting one buyer, one seller, but more or less applying a business-to-business strategy. So when I was a brand new realtor in 2014, in the Houston market, we have a lot of developers and builders. And I wanted to get preferred status with them, which meant a buyer goes to a sales office, they want to buy a home, they have a home to sell, and they're not working with a realtor. I want to get the preferred status. Now, that was my ask. And if I went to the builders, they would have said, who the hell are you? I'm not going to make you preferred. So I had to come up with a strategic plan over the next 6 to 12 months, add tremendous value to these builders like Taylor Morrison Home, Darling Home, Meritage Home. The list is long. And within 12 months, my team was named as preferred realtor with these builders. And over the years, every year, my team earns hundreds of thousands of dollars referrals from them. Again, it starts off with who's your customer. If you're chasing a buyer and seller, you'll always be micro-focused. Get macro-focused. Look at the market. Join the MLS. Join different associations. Add value. What I love, Nolly, you said was it's all about training, coaching, and mentorship. If you come across somebody who's adding value through training, coaching, mentorship, the buyers and sellers will come in hordes for you.
That's right.
Woo.
That's right.
I love that.
That's true.
Love that, Kunal. Thank you. Yeah, make some noise. If you want to go deeper, we're going where you want to go. So again, I want to go back to Dylan now and ask you to get into just a little bit of how you build these systems or what technologies you use or things that you do to make it easy for the agents on your team to do the right thing, right? Because it's pretty easy sometimes to forget to make a call, to forget to follow up, to not be responsive in 15 or 20 or 45 minutes. So what do you do to make it easy for your team to keep doing the right things to serve your customers?
One thing that's worked really well is just building redundancy into our system. And I've accepted the fact that a lot of realtors are going to drop the ball. As much as I love them, they're going to disappoint you as a leader sometimes. And one of the things that we've built into our system is I'm okay doing video, right? A lot of people are not. And I've put out 300 videos over the last couple of years about buying real estate in Hawaii, which we all have a unique market. And it's not property tours or just sold or just listed kind of stuff. It's actually intelligent educational content about the nuances of buying real estate in Hawaii. And we've turned that into basically an educational course. So if I get a cold lead online from Zillow or from KB Core or wherever, and they don't respond right away, for the next 3 years, they're going to get a video once a week, and it's repurposed content from something that I've already put together. And when that person, in our market, people start dreaming years in advance, right? I mean, there's no short turnaround for a buyer in our market. And it may take 18 months, but if they've gotten a video from me every single week for the last 18 months about something educational about Hawaii, who's the guy they're going to call when the time comes, right? It's a no-brainer. So that's one of the ways is kind of long time thinking about your conversion and what are you doing to not just convert right away, but what are you doing to get that 18-month, that 3-year conversion? 720 days is my longest conversion, right, from first contact to close, and that person bought a second house within the next 12 months. So you got to stay sticky with them.
Woo! I love that. Love it, Dylan. All right, everybody. So I'm going to ask you now to take everything that you've done in your career, focused on your customers, think back, and I want you to look forward now with all that information in your head and your heart, and I want you to give this audience the top 2 things that you know generate referrals and repeat customers for you in your business. So Shannon, I'm going to let you start us off. What do you know generates referrals and repeat customers?
I love client events, and if you can do them quarterly, it's great. It's where you're shaking hands and hugging babies, and you get belly to belly and just break bread. And I've taught some classes on it in the university, so I think they've been recorded. You could go and check out. I give you an event for every month. And don't forget that our university is amazing. It's full of, chock full of things. And then setting up a system so that you can love on your people, like I talked about with the buyer system I have. And I also have one for sellers, and I'm happy to share that with you at another time if you find me. I'm happy to share what I do with the sellers, but really just getting down and saying, okay, what would I want if I were being served by a realtor, and then just reverse engineering it.
I love it. Nolly, what do you know brings people back time and time again?
Really, I'll say two things. Number one, well, you said two things, so I'll say two.
Give us two.
So number one is TOMA. You guys know what TOMA is, T-O-M-A. That's top of mind awareness. You know, your clients and customers should have you at the very top of their mind. And there's a reason, Curtis, why, according to National Association of Realtors, these are statistics, 86% of people say that they would use the same realtor again, but around 11% do. And the reason for that disconnect is because we just don't stay in touch with them. And I know I train and coach agents all the time. We don't stay in touch. So number one, you have to have top of mind awareness. You get that by staying in touch. And the system that I created only takes a couple of hours a week, and you know, the 18 touch. And then the second thing I'll say is become an influencer. You know, this is the last thing I would have thought of when I started teaching, training, coaching. My clients would see me on stages, on YouTube, and you know, and they would say, wow, you know, now we know we want to list with you because you're the one that teaches all the other agents how to be successful. And so you want to become the local celebrity, very, very important. And you might not think that that's customer-centric, but it really is, because it shortens the curve of them liking and trusting you.
Woo, Nolly, I love that. Thank you. Kunal, I'm gonna let you take us out here.
So for me, it's all about, you know, yes, you can provide great services, but staying in front of your clients is the most important thing. And over here, we are a virtual real estate company, but in-person conferences brings another level of excitement with us. So I truly believe in having in-person events, happy hours, networking events with the existing clients and potential future clients. An organic setup where you have on a monthly basis or weekly basis brings people in with a happy state of mind. And they're more likely to engage with you and give you more business. So while we are a virtual company, do your transactions on SkySlope, all of those things, but in-person interaction with your clients is imperative. Do that on a regular basis, spend some money, and make some people happy.
EXP family, if you want your clients to think of you like you think of Amazon, take these words of wisdom and put them to work. Thank you, panelists. You were amazing.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
EXP family, let's do it.